Let's fight. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you folks. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight. Share that live. Smash that emoji button for us. Wherever you're joining us from tonight. Helen Collins, Leslyn Hamilton, Trevor Glenn, Marcia Agard. Good to have you folks in the ring, folks, in the Coliseum. Great to have each and every one of you with us. Pace and power. Boots on the ground. Good folks. Share the live and smash that emoji button for us. Please and thank you. We are so happy that each and every one of you guys are here with us tonight. Good to have you, Marcia Agard, Cheryl. Here's that bell again, folks. There's that bell again. Share that live, smash that emoji button, folks. Thank you very much for being here with us this evening. Pace and power. Pace and power. Thanks for joining us, each and every one of you. How y'all doing, man? How was the weekend? How was the weekend at your end? Oh, my God. We're in Port Kaituma, folks. What a weekend we had. Saw some white elephants. You know, white elephants, you think that they're rarity. Not so much with the PPP. That phenomenon happens more often than you think. With the People's Progressive Party Civic, yep. We saw some white elephants there, folks. Some emerging ones, some full grown. So Anna Green and all the other folks who are joining us tonight, folks, share the live for us. Smash that emoji button. We're just happy that all of you guys are here with us, out front with us, slippers on the ground with us. To all the folks who made our sojourn in Port Kaituma so meaningful and so comfortable. Oh, good to have each and every one of you guys with us this evening. Share the live. Anissa, how you doing? Wendell, Yvette, good to have you on the live. Pretty Melissa, good to see you there. All the folks joining us out of Port Kaituma. We're going to have a guest dropping by too, so we better get on with it. Good folks. Again, we're happy to see Leon and Pretty Melissa, Gil Ali Cock, Joylyn Cook. Glenford Gordon is here too. Mornis Toby is here as well, folks. How you all doing? Pace and power. Good to have you folks outside with us tonight. It's nothing short of a privilege to have each and every one of you. We're just trying to make sure that everything is well and everything is good. Let me make sure it's comfortable. Good to have you here, Stacey Ann Stoll. Stacey Ann says I was very, very close. Very close. We're coming by you, Stacey Ann. You don't worry. Just get things ready. Share it like them, man, folks. Smash that emoji. Just get things ready, Stacey Ann. Ring that bell one time for Stacey Ann. I was very close. Very, very close. Good to have all of you on with us tonight, folks. If you're on us by now, you know where we're going from here. Let's start with some of the things we covered in Port Kaituma over this weekend. A lot of white elephants. A lot of white elephants happening there in Port Kaituma. This coming real wicked, you know. This coming real wicked. That's how. They're building a Stelling Wharf in a place called Orlock in Port Kaituma. Folks, they haven't finished building the wharf yet. The thing they're trying to float away. They're not even finished building the wharf properly yet. And it's already trying to float away. The folks in Port Kaituma know what we're talking about. The folks in Port Kaituma, Morna, you know what we're talking about. You know the whole thing. No one away, folks. We have a lot to share with you guys. You know, before I head there, we were in a place called 4 Mile. We learned about the 500,000 Backball in 4 miles. We got a lot of problems there. One of the problems, the people want 4 miles to be in the municipality. The PP want it both ways, in the municipality and the reservation. If it is determined to be a reservation, it means you folks there can vote in local government elections. But the wicked, divisive PPP want it both ways. They must have their local village council elections and so on, like a reservation. but then they vote also in the municipality going against the laws of this country. And the former leader there told us why they wanted so. 4 miles, folks. Port Kaituma, that's the opening tonight. A lot of things to talk here. We can't share all now. A lot of things are uncovered in Port Kaituma. We can't show all now. Let's start with 4 miles. The 500,000 backball. Dangerous backball in 4 miles. Some of what the community folks told us in 4 mile. One former leader in particular. Take a look, folks. The opener. Take a listen.
I want to start by saying, one of my colleagues mentioned about Harman Robinson. He was the first elect person for a chairperson. I was the second person. My name is Ellis James. Right? When I take leadership in this community, I was asked at the first trip at the NTC meeting to see how I could reverse back this the shouting, because I'm heading for it already, village. When I went in leadership 2012, I went into the ministry office at first, and I reached a girl by the name of what's she name? Anyhow, forget that. And I asked her. She said there is no way anything could get done about that, turning it back, because you gone far. This is what the people have been asking for, is what she said. As a leader at that time, I support village rights, village status, right? Because it was said to me clearly that people have to pay for the land. As a leader, I think about not only myself. I know some people would be able to pay for the land, but I ask myself the question, what's going to happen to those who cannot afford to pay for the land? The proposed area was there already. I said, all right, we'll go ahead with this. The next thing, when I stopped supporting village status, is in something like 2018. We had a visit with the then Amerindian minister, who was Sidney Alcock. Same time the step breakdown, and we moved to the church location over there to hold a meeting. At that meeting, resident asked question, and I myself asked question, and it was spelled out clearly to me. It is not, but it come in a different form.
It is not what?
A reservation, right? That's what I understand. And then from then I stopped supporting. I stopped supporting because it doesn't make sense. Now, 2 weeks after I come out of leadership, the village council with the so-called Tishau, the minister, they just sent in some surveyors and I cut a line, the boundary where is the reservation. I don't know how much miles from here. Anyhow, people know their rights, and people standing up for their rights now. Like Bob Marley said, right? You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. And I believe that. Good. Where the boundary here, nobody live there. Everybody get left out. And that was not the proposed area. The proposed area been cover everybody. So if that was the area that been boundary in, would have been all right. But the proposed area that Mr. Harman Robinson sent to the ministry, then left the out and them demarcate and boundary wherever they want. As far as I know, and from the Amerindian Act, you don't boundary a place and then tell people to go and make it a reservation. The Act stipulates clearly, if you asking for this area, the people must be living there for 25 years, that area. And the population must be 150. Like you rightly said, and if it's an Amerindian area, people not supposed to be voting in local government. What I want you to know is that my background is a PPP background, right? So I'm not looking at party right now, right? All what I think about as a resident of 4 miles I got children in this community. I want somebody to stand up and say 4 Mile is a reservation or not, and bring forth the proof that you got, the map and anything to show 4 Mile is a reservation. And I think that would settle the whole matter. I think everybody would settle that. Now, the Tisha story was going on. Couple days from now, we will have an election to vote for Tisha. I doubt whether that process could stop. It will go through, right? It will go through. And I don't have a problem with either a chairperson or a Tisha, because I know it's just a leader and it will be leadership. But the present Tisha is mistreating resident of 4 Mile Say. When I say mistreating, I means like somebody mentioned. I can't remember the last day. Somewhere he mentioned the other day when we had a government officials here in sometime in January. That was the last public meeting. When I was leadership, when I been in leadership rather, I didn't do a meeting for 5 weeks. In the 6 weeks, I received a call from the present regional chairman, Brenton Lashley, the present chairman. And he tell me that I was made to understand that you keep meeting for last month. So my question is now, what happened now? Months going and nobody not asking the Tisha nothing or calling upon him to do a meeting and update the people, especially on the funds. And the Tisha presently right now got, when we got public meeting and if somebody should ask to update on finance, is a war gonna start. Right here. He physically assault resident, and I think the resident is right here. What did they write with a green shot?
Wow.
Physically assault resident here, and then verbally assault the rest by using all kind of indecent language right here. And it was reported to the region, and nobody come. They promised to come and talk to the people who are meeting, talk to he and the people, and nobody ain't come up to now. Nobody ain't come up to now. Now, in the last visit from the region, the same land issue thing come up, right? And then nominate persons for run as candidate. They want 5 person, 4 person to go up as candidate, right? So my intention when I come here, I don't tell myself the Tishawa we got right now, he doing what he want to do. We get assets like bus, bike and thing from the government, but it isn't serving 4 miles. When he want to walk it, he walk it for do his work. So he look like he own. So it don't make sense. Right? It don't make sense. Good. Miss the representative from the NDC down there and the CDO of the Matakai sub-region was right there standing the day. When I stopped the nomination, because we had 2 person already. They said, no, you gotta go to 4 and 5. And I said, don't have to. It could stop because we get 2 persons already. And the people support that. Now, the following day, they had a next meeting out there. They come up with the candidate that everybody agreed to officially. They say he got to come out because of reason. I don't know what reason. The CDO right now is supporting this station that we got right now, that he got to go back and run this community. And cannot give account for so much money. With 24 million this community get. And never update we with one time of nothing, why he purchased or nothing. And she's strongly supporting him that he got to go back. I don't support that. So the following day, she called the region and tell the officials that my name is Ellis James. She said Ellis James used his knowledge from the Amerindian Act to fight against the party. I didn't fight against the party. I stand up for my rights and to represent the people in this community. Right? That is what I stand. But they put it over that I fight. I said already, that's my party, but I used to attend meeting with them often. And I said, I am a supporter of the PPP party, but I will not support you in your wrongdoings. Wrong is wrong, right is right. And from since I make the statement out there in that community center, they don't call me no more to meeting. So they left me out, like they pushed me out. I don't have a problem. Right now I stand up in the yard. They think that I gone up in the next house. But I stand up in the yard. Me ain't going nowhere. I stand. Yeah, the Tishao now. The misuse of assets, of funds. He never update people in anything. Watch all the $24 million. You look around and see if you see any work done here that value the 24 million. Apart from that, the income from the community itself, millions of dollars come out, millions, and he can't give no account. The manganese company alone, like $9 million. Barama company harvesting logs out of this community. Me and how far than they, if much more left back. And there is not $1 in the treasury to show as royalty. Now we can still go back with somebody like this. And the CDO from this community, I agree, but she's strong. She know everything that's going on and strongly support this man. When she called the official at Mabruma, you know what the official said? When he heard that I fight using the act to fight against the party, he said that I got non-documents against Ellis when he was leader, that I could use against him. Now what I'm saying, you as a leader, we just look up to you as leader from the region. You want dig and see if you find something about me. And the now Tishao, who all dirty works, is well skinned up in front of you, and you ain't doing nothing about it. Tell me what happened there, man.
Because that's
It's not you giving the Tishao the right to do that, and that is why we send letters all to the ministry, and not one of them never come and listen to we concern here. So that is why this community always got to be like that. Nobody ain't come. Nobody. I don't know why. I mentioned in the meeting there, I tell the deputy regional chairperson that at the first withdraw from the 24 million, the next day I've been embarrassed when I stop at the shop to see the condition of the treasurer and the Tishao. But that wasn't my concern.
Meaning what? The condition of the treasurer?
Drunk like a fish and backballing the Tishao. When I go for step out, sir, when I watch in the shop, I couldn't tell. It's not me and I feel so shame. I step out back and I gone. But that wasn't the thing what I want to tell she. It had a little big talk in here and I forget everything what I want to tell she. The backball wasn't a big problem. What was the big problem? At that celebration, they had a big sporting up and thing, which the CDO was involved too. She get drunk and she gone home the afternoon. At that first withdraw, then didn't reach home. The Tishao and the treasurer. They stop at a shop at S1 and start to drink. Night come, and there is people in the community here who know the story far better than me, who witness it, right? The treasurer got drunk, and when the CDO going home now, she pick up the treasurer bag, right? And next morning, you hear $500,000 loss from that money. Then keep it down. There's guys been out there. CDO gonna borrow the treasurer phone. Let me phone make a call. And with the highness he makes, he not pull out the phone. He pull out the slab of money. Share $5,000. Yeah. And that gone in the bag and she gone with that and say it's about $1 million. Well, you could average $1 million with the 5,000. The next morning you hear $500,000 loss from the bag. Nobody ain't said nothing. It done just like that. That is the thing I forgot to tell the deputy. But he had a confusion. The backball wasn't the problem. That is me problem. And nobody ain't said nothing up to now. None. I want to...
It's a lot of things happening. A lot of things happening in Port Kaituma, folks. A lot of things happening in Port Kaituma. How are y'all doing there in Port Kaituma this evening? Folks, the good book says, when these things happen, it's not the end, it's the beginning. is the beginning of sorrows. So there we were in 4 miles, learning about this 500,000 backball. Very expensive. Very expensive. I'm certain you all have never had one so expensive in your life. Jacqueline, Raquel, Chinsing. It's not the end, folks. It's the beginning of sorrows. I'm here in Port Kaituma. As I said when we started, we visited this wharf in a place called Orana in Port Kaituma. Folks, you all know the PPP, very famous for building wharves that float away. Well, this one even finished construction. It doesn't show the signs. It's going to float away very, very shortly. It's already showing the signs, folks. Yeah, signs of the times in Orana, Port Kaituma. Take a look and take a listen. We're in Lock Pond, Ornock. It's an area in Port Kaituma. And we're looking at a stelling that has been constructed here. And there are a number of defects that they're telling us it's happening here at the stelling. Quite across the other side there, a huge portion of the stelling is already cracking. And there's another area just behind us on this side. Let me make sure I can get it right. Yeah, let me see if I can take it on the other side. A number of cracks appearing in the stelling on this side here, just beyond this here, a number of cracks. Well, rather in this particular area here, they're telling us that the earth here is shifting, and we're going to try to get you some of that. But the earth is shifting in this area here, and is pushing out some of the revetment work further into this river here, just behind us. So again, this contract is being executed here at Lock Pond. And it's an area in Port Kaituma, Ornock. It's an area in Ornock in Port Kaituma. And a number of issues being identified here. And we just came to look to see what exactly is going on. Taxpayers in this country must get value for money. And clearly the design of this structure here, or the execution of that design, is flawed. Very, very flawed in several ways. And we're just going to have a look at it. Again, folks, again, we're in an area called Lock Pond here in Port Kaituma, and a number of defects in the structural work, just beyond this here, a number of defects in the structural work. And where I just showed you on this side, a number of defects as well. And this one looks even more dangerous because they're telling us some of the soil is shifting here and pushing out the revetment work a little lower down, and we're going to try to show you guys some of that. So that's some of what's happening here, folks. And this is a stelling, a wharf of some kind, and they're telling us that Barama usually bring out locks just beyond us there. Or let me come this way. Just in this direction there, you might see a pontoon in the background there, that Barama brings out logs from further downriver and into the back, that side, logs on that side. And again, just looking at some of the structural defects in this area here. Yep. Port Kaituma, Region 1, folks. Yep. PP Matson. Yeah. Y'all know what's going on. PPP Matson. Matson in Port Kaituma. Smash that emoji button, folks. Smash that emoji button. The Matson and our graphics doing an own story at our end. The Matson. Yeah? You think that's it? So this stelling getting, the wharf getting ready to float away. They haven't finished it yet, you know. And they haven't finished it yet. A major portion of the wharf done split in the concrete, busting like that. Like Port Kaituma contractors and concrete don't agree. Because we can show you some other things with concrete seem to be failing them. Newly built, they're now building the stelling there. Now building the wharf. Lock Pond. And the thing getting ready to set sail. You think it's easy? Who gonna smash that emoji button for us tonight? Who gonna share the live so others get the valuable, incredible information? And then the earth in another portion of that wharf slipping into the river, and they don't put the revetment. so the wharf getting ready to set sail there in that river. Folks who know Port Kaituma, what is the river running there? Lock Pond. What is that river? The Stelling getting ready. The War getting ready to come down to Georgetown. It's fed up with them. They're very, very fed up. Look, story here. We build proper roads, guys. when we build roads, I want you all know, we build proper roads. And folks alerted us to some of the foolish road construction happening in Port Kaituma. We took on some of it. We tell you, concrete and them, not green. Concrete and them. Imagine concrete road building. Concrete road is supposed to be strong. Huh? The concrete road washing away. The steel now showing. Yeah. You all think it's come a bit easy. I see Glenford said, Airford is an incomplete. The road, the concrete road deteriorating. Just finished. That road just finished. You know, like the selling there that's now being completed, but getting ready to set sail in that river there. The road just finished, Lisa. Lester, that road was just finished there. And the road fetched away. Concrete, let us concrete road. Sandra is supposed to be more durable. Concrete road. What's happening here? Huh? Jacinta said it's a pond. It's a pond. The road getting ready to take flight. Huh? You see that? The steel from the concrete road showing through now. Wearing away, damaging tires. You all see that there? You all tag Brenton Ashley. He's the regional chairman. Which contractor, which engineer signed off on this project as complete? Huh? That's the steel from below the road showing. All of this road now, good folks, it's a place called the Catwalk in beautiful Port Kaituma. Oh, the roads ain't doing Port Kaituma justice. It's not adding to the ambience. The road is deteriorating. Brenton Ashley, y'all check Brenton Ashley, man. Right? The road is deteriorating already. Deteriorating, mind you. You see this, the side is looking a little goodish. That's the side that start first. Yeah? I asked some of his two different contractors. They said, no, she said. The same man. I figured like he was backballing one day and the next day he shop work. The road is already deteriorating. Do you think it is in this country? Under this install regime, who meeting in Georgetown saying they having a conference? They should be the last political party right now saying they having some conference. They better go do the work of the people that pay them. Do the work of the people that pay them. Kai Baido said the kickback contractor, the kickback backballing contractor. Right? They said concrete road is supposed to be stronger. The people in Port Kaituma, the hard working people don't deserve this road. Kaituma got some beautiful folks. Beautiful folks. They don't deserve this road. They don't deserve this road. But you know what? We took a look also at the roads that was done on the Apnu AFC. You know them roads still stand. Them roads stand like if they had two float bake. Two pot bake and a cup of black tea in the morning. Roads stand strong, sir. Roads stand up strong. We didn't have a look at them. PVP roads falling apart. Concrete roads, you know. Folks, I kid you not. You just saw some there. Falling apart. Falling apart. But the roads under the coalition, folks, standing up strong. Strong. Yep. Standing up strong. We had a look at them. Not a crack. Not a hole. Not a chip. Good roads. Good roads. When we talked about the good life, we meant good infrastructure, good health care, good security for our citizens, good pay for our citizens. We had to look at the roads. The war getting ready to run away. The roads getting up and moving. You all see that? You all see that? This is the coalition road here. This is coalition road, what you mean. Who shared the damn live? Who will smash the emoji button for us? Let folks get valid, credible information. So far we went to bring you all valid, credible information. That's the coalition road. Has to come down close. Close so you can see. Close company. Do, do, do. Somebody take this back for me. Close. That's coalition road watching you there. Brandon Ashley Road, done. Fetch away. The Matson. What Brandon Ashley Road? What PP Road now? What's PP Road now? What's PP Road? You fetch away. That's PP Road. That is going to be the wharf. That is the PVP Road. Folks, the Matson. The Mats, not Matson. That's what I'm telling you all. The Matson. Jaggerbox and trench capos. The Matson. PP Matson Port Kaituma. Here's no Matson. And we tell you, we got some emerging apologies there. We got some emerging white elephants. Emerging white elephants there in Port Kaituma. You don't think it's easy? Emerging white elephants in Port Kaituma. I can't show all everything tonight. I can't show everything, but I'll show you as much as I can. Look at a place of poultry rearing. I think it was built for Kwame, maybe for Anil. Because the folks in Port Kaituma don't even trust it to rear the chicken. Who is that tonight? Who can share the live? The people don't even trust it to rear the chicken. Have never seen one chicken since it built. White elephant. White elephant. The stelling, the wharf is an emerging white elephant. This chicken coop here, never see a chicken a day. And mind you, this is the thing they tell us about $35-40 million. Somebody tell them the folks want space to rear chicken. We took a visit. It is supposed to be for medium scale poultry rearing. Oh God. I think it's Kwame to build it for. Right? It's Kwame. We ain't see a chicken. We ain't see a hen. We ain't see nobody. We ain't see security guards. Waste the taxpayers' money. Right? They say it costs 40 million, but they really spend 5. Folks, isn't it the same thing we show y'all in Wakeana? It's the same kind of white elephants we show y'all in Wakeana. They just get them building stuff nobody asked them for, do no research, did no studies. But then they come and say, yes, the people need this. Right? The people need this. The people need that. Nobody. They never asked nobody. White elephants. The Matson, folks. The Mats, not Matson. That's what I want to tell you. The Mats is not Matson. Oh, no, our graphics in tonight at all. But we can take it as it is. Right? That's what I want to tell y'all. That's why I want. You're in the ring just in case. Yeah, we've been talking about some of the things we saw at Port Kaituma over the weekend, folks. Some of the things we saw at Port Kaituma over the weekend. We're supposed to be talking with His Worship the Mayor of Georgetown. Our graphic it's not complying with us tonight. The graphic like it's telling. Doing it all thing, folks. Doing it all the Mats. The PP Mats and but they're gonna have a big conference in a couple of days in Georgetown. Oh, talk about transformational projects. They won't show you the catwalk there in Port Kaituma. They won't show you that wharf there in Port Kaituma. They didn't show you the poultry rearing, chicken rearing, Kwame, hen pen. They ain't gonna show you that. What that road with the steel, the bulge. It's about the bulge. They ain't gonna show you that. And they're bringing Ellis James, Kilty Shams, comes to conference. They're talking about backballing and so on. At that conference coming up, folks, they can talk about that. I don't know, but it seemed the last, the graphic tonight. But that being said, folks, I saw today the Minister of Local Government, Sonia Parag, saying that she was not responsible for moving the vendors from Starbuck Market, Demico, and someplace else she talked about. She said, not she. Sonia, able. Sonia name calling there, Sonia Parag name was calling in Port Kaituma. Brendan Ashley name calling. How come you signing up on these road projects, Brendan? How come you got a work look like that, Brendan? Why are you harassing our indigenous brothers and sisters, Brendan? Why are you doing that? Parag says, now she moving the vendors. Folks, good people. Let's welcome the mayor tonight. We talk about some of what went down there at Jericho with the removal of those vendors over the weekend while we were in Port Kaituma, well, long before there. Sonia, Parag, your name calling. Name calling. Take a look, folks. Let's welcome the mayor, Lord Mayor, His Worship, Georgetown. Mr. Mayor, welcome to our broadcast. It's been too long. We know that you've been hard at work coming from one vendor situation on the seawall to another at the Starbuck Market. But this Starbuck Market situation is a little different. Put it into context for us.
The Starbuck Market itself, again, before I go into the Starbuck Market, I must thank you for having me on your program, having me available to your viewers whom are very eager to know what's really going on within the city as it relates to vending. Let me put the Starbuck into perspective. The Starbuck, in relation to where the Banks DIH or the Demico is, it has been going on for some time, since last year, October or thereabout, September, October, when I would have gotten into office in August. We've been looking at this issue because the Banks DIH would have written us. We've had our markets committee look at this matter, as well as our deputy mayor, who's chairman of that committee, to reach with the representatives of banks as it relates to the situation around banks. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to ensure that we work to have a consultative process and to work to be able to don't allow us having the mandamus. But we've been working with those persons, shift them around, move them here and there, and find different places so that we could be able to get to this point. However, some persons obviously didn't want to move. So the persons had themselves, went to court for mandamus within the last month. You were able to get that order granted to cause the mayor and city council, in this case the administration, to move those persons. And that we were given up to tomorrow, the 30th, in which we will put systems in place to get that done.
So I just want to get this clear. This mandamus is a mandatory injunction that was granted to Banks DIH, which took the main city council to court on this matter.
Yes. What Banks DIH did, I think at the last annual general meeting, it was a matter raised by various shareholders who asked the chairman at the time, Mr. Clifford Reese, to address this issue. And they took a decision at the level of the annual general meeting to address it and to cause us to be able to treat with this matter and to treat with it with some urgency. So we've been working to treat with it and to find ways and to cause banks themselves not to take us to court, because we were hoping that we could resolve it outside of court. We didn't get to that exact point, but when they went to court, they still give us up to the 30th of April to be able to get those persons moved. Our intention was to, at the 30th or thereabout, we would have given them persons a chance. No, this is a holiday week, and it's
Uh-huh.
enough, and at least up to the end of this week, and possibly by maybe Sunday or whatever, we would have looked at moving those persons or having them moved based on the decision, and so on and so forth. So we were working towards that period. However, I learned of the town clerk having a cleanup exercise in the bazaar last Sunday, and I did inquire of her if what is really going on with that, because we had about 3 or 4 meetings in the said week, and I haven't heard of any explanation as to what is going on with that. But I know the wharf itself, the rear of the wharf would have collapsed, and then we would have used the bazaar entrance as a place to take the trucks in and take them out and take out the debris that would have been part of that wharf. So I know that it had to get cleaned up back in order for those persons to be able to start using it back as vendors. So she did suggest to me that they'll be doing that, and that we will clean that up in order for those persons to go there. So it took me by surprise that she redirected the staff towards the Demico. You see, I am in no, I was not necessarily in any rush, but we know for sure what was cleared with us is that you're going to treat with the bazaar. I would have had an opportunity to reach with those persons, with me and my other counselors, to be able to let the people know that by the end of the week, you will have no choice but to move or to find places to go. And we also will be working with you to be able to find a workable solution moving forward.
Yeah,
But
because I was coming there.
right, lo and behold, the cleanup exercise that was designed for the bazaar was end up being a bazaar situation where they went and deal with the Demico house people and to treat with moving them, and the town clerk did
Interesting.
indicate, yeah, and
Interesting.
the town clerk did indicate to me by text in the WhatsApp group, which I would have shared publicly, that she's getting help from the Ministry of Local Government to be able to treat with the bazaar. I said, fine, okay, do what you have to do. Lo and behold, those same persons were part of a cleanup campaign to deal with the people at Demico House, which was of concern to me, because I have been, as you all know, up front treating with the people with the seawall,
Yeah.
working with those people
Yeah.
to see how we could find solutions. And that is what the council is about having consultations, having meetings, having ways, seeking collaborative approach to be able to find solutions and long-term solutions for
Of course.
for persons. And we don't do things by today you get up to, and tomorrow we make a decision to move you. That's not how the council operates. So I was
Correct.
surprised
Correct.
that they went down that road, but I gathered they wanted to get back at me for
Well,
standing in solidarity with the people on the seawalls.
this is interesting because in one instance it could have been a miscommunication, but like you've articulated, Mr. Mayor, this issue of the vendors, whether on the seawalls or those in front of Demico and the apron there, is a very, very sensitive issue. Has the town clerk had an opportunity to explain herself? I mean, you go for one thing, but you end up doing something very, very different.
At this point, you're having an issue of they're responding in the media on this particular matter. We haven't had. We will have our next strategy, I believe, in another couple of weeks. It's something that maybe we may need to call or make a decision to have another meeting or to have everybody to disclose what transpired. But at the end of the day, we would have gone out there at the end of the 30th, which is tomorrow. As councillors, we would have told the persons, the time has come where the date is now on us to treat with this issue. We would have let them know that if you don't move or comply with this position, because this is the discretion granted by the judge along with the lawyer to give us up to the 30th. So we would have gone out to let people know what's position, understand that we don't want to seize any of your products and the things that you're selling, and that we don't want you to have to pay a fine. So we would have gone to be able to educate them on that. But we are not in the position where we would have treated with it from a point of view where we come like a thief in the night to be able to, create that
So,
kind of awkward situation.
so Mr. Mayor, for those persons who may not have been brought up to speed as yet, to precisely what happened over the weekend in treating with the vendors, what went down on Sunday, over the weekend rather, specifically as relates to these vendors and them being outside of Bank CIH?
What happened specifically is that all those vendors had to move. The whole place was cleared and clean. The engineer department, along with the town clerk department, and with help from the Ministry of Local Government, arranged and made arrangements to clear that area. We know for sure, like I said, we came to that point where the mandamus itself limited us as a council to be able to treat with it. The only thing maybe I would have been able to do is reach out to the directors and the shareholders of Banks DIH to see if we could have gotten some additional time. I didn't have a chance to explore that option. We were talking with different persons, but I would have gone a little higher to treat with it. But at the end of the day, the horse already bowled the stable.
Yeah.
And the
Clearly.
town clerk and others would have acted on dealing with matters that is within their ambit. At the end of the day, is an administrative responsibility that they have by law to be able to do those issues. But as a council, we would have worked, from our angle to be able to treat with these issues. But I wasn't given the opportunity to do that, even though the persons would have had from since last year October to now to be able to move. So we are not one like yourself who flout the law. The law is sacrosanct, and orders of the court is things that you have to respect. So
Correct.
we obviously have to deal with that. What I'm planning tomorrow is a meeting with those vendors. I'm also going to have
because again, there's where I was going. I know these matters are very dear to your heart. These socio-economic issues that are at play here, and I know a lot might not be concretized now, but give us a sense of the thinking of the council and yourself in terms of the way forward.
The intention is to meet the vendors tomorrow. I have been saying, and I've been singing this particular tune for some time, that these are age-old issues. These are long-term challenges that I came as mayor and had to deal with.
Part of your inheritance, unfortunately.
I naturally intend to treat with it. And I, as a real estate person over the long-standing years that I've been, I am one who have sold ownership. I've sold people the position that owning is important, and it's important that for me as the mayor to be able to lead this process, not from a perspective of people being on the road. My intention is to redirect all the traffic back to the markets, but to do redirect the traffic back to Stabroek Market, to the vendors arcade mall, and to the border market. We have to get funding, and this is where you come in as a legislator or one of the persons in parliament who listens to these situations and understand where we're at on this, that we are working with feasibility studies of how we could treat with Stabroek Market, how much stories we could raise that, how much stories we could raise the one in the vendors arcade mall, and how we need to treat with border market as well. So to have the long-term plan of not people identifying a place on the street that they call their own. They will be identifying a stall, a number, a name that is theirs, and that they will have a permanent use, not for themselves only, for their family and their family or the generations to come. So it's something that I have designed a particular plan. I've worked out a particular short-term measure as to how we treat with these issues. I work out mid-term measures and long-term measures as to how we'll be able to work these situations. But it will also need the collective of both central government and local government to be able to treat with this. This is not a band-aid solution.
No doubt.
This is not a plaster solution. This is a solution that we need to fix and to treat with as a country, because it's not a local issue, it's a national issue as well.
Yeah.
And we have to come together and spend the resources necessary from our oil bonanza funds to be able to deal with this, and to invest in things that the people will feel and have a sense of belonging. And that is something that we have to do it. It's not about mentor and the credit and whatever. It's about us looking at those small businesses, those ordinary people, and finding real solutions for them so that they could feed their families and send them to school and to pay the bank and to pay
Correct.
mortgages on the
Correct.
cars and so on and so forth. But this issue cannot be one that is thrown under the carpet, and we have to address it and address it frontally.
Your Worship, the Mayor, Alfred Mentor, we hear you loud and clear. The engagement between City Hall and the government remains to be seen. It'd be anybody's surprise how that end goes down. But I know that this is a matter near and dear to you. Do come back and let us know how it moves forward. And we can spend some longer time, maybe the next time we meet, on some of the other things happening at City Hall. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, for
I must thank you again for having me. And most of all, we will have a meeting with those vendors tomorrow. I know that it's one of those acrimonious kind of situations where there obviously will be a lot of tempers flaring. But I will obviously try to alleviate that and to put that to rest. And we'll be working to find short-term solutions while we look at the long-term solutions and plans for the city and the citizenry in general.
Best wishes on that front. Thanks very much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you much. Bye.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. And folks, we're going to leave it there. We got some more stuff we wanted to share with you. What's happened during the course of the day? Lots and lots, stabbing and killing and accidents and fires. And my Lord, maybe it's a good thing our graphic is not graphic sin with us tonight, like the Maxin in Port Kaituma. But thanks for joining us. We'll be touching some more on Port Kaituma on our morning broadcast, FYI, for your information. So see our regular at 8 or so. Thanks for joining us this evening, folks. And apologies for not having a program this morning. We were flying back into Georgetown earlier today. That's our time for now. That's our program. Thanks to all the folks in Port Kaituma. You know yourselves who made our stay so special. Thank you guys so much. That's our time, folks. And that's the last bell. That's our program. Stay safe. Share the live. Smash that emoji button for us, folks. Please and thank you. Smash, smash, smash. Vanilla Garnet, we see you there. Ansing, Vanessa Wardine, Charles Nelson, Lester Williams, Devon Wrong, Donna Miller, Marlene Thomas. We see you, Marlene. Aubrey, we see you. Aubrey Brown, Lester, Stacey Ansol, Edith Miggins, Lester Williams. That is Neon Harding, Marcia Jackman, we see you too. Candy the leader and Digit, we see you there. Rihanna Mingo, Rihanna Roberts Mingo, to be precise. Wilma Grant, we see you. And Diane Graves, Andy Forbes, Linda, Marvin, Beatrice, Lester Williams, we see you as well. That's our time this evening, folks. And that's our program. Thanks for joining us from Guyana and around the world. That's our time. Port Kaituma, I love you. We love you, Port Kaituma.